Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Well, I needed to make a video today solely because I need to vent. Okay, let me tell you what happened. Now, 2 days ago on Monday, I wanted to run an errand. And whenever I'm running a quick errand, I'll take Penny and Max with me because they love car rides. So go to the ATM, driving back from the ATM. And also when I have them in the car, I don't speed. I don't speed with my babies in the car, and also because they enjoy the ride and that makes it last a little bit longer. So I'm in the fast lane, but there's no car behind me. And the speed limit is 45, and I'm literally teetering between 44 and 45 miles an hour. And I notice that there's a van next to me in the middle lane. Now, you also have to remember that this story is now in hindsight, so I'm going to point out things, right? Now, consciously, I just noticed, as you're driving, you notice the cars around you. I noticed there was a van. But my subconscious picked up on the fact that this van was driving slow enough to be behind me, even though there wasn't a car in front of it. So this van is, so I'm here and this van is in the next lane, but yet it's behind me, right? So the turn from my neighborhood, it's not at a light. There's just a break in the median. So, and also because there wasn't a car behind me, I didn't put on a turn signal. So I go into the left lane to turn into my neighborhood, and when I do this van shoots from the middle lane to right behind me. And I notice this, and I look in my rearview mirror. And instantly, don't know why, I say to myself, is this van following me? Now this thing just got behind me, but that's what I thought. So I turn into my neighborhood, and I drive down, and I pass 3-4 streets. The van is still behind me. I reach the stop sign, and I say to myself, I'm not going to go to my house. And I did what you're supposed to do when you think someone is following you. You turn on a different street. So at the stop sign, I decide I'm going to turn left down this block. And as I start driving down the block, because I'm specifically doing this to see if this van is following me, I'm looking at the van. And I intentionally did not slow down as I was driving down this street to see if this van would slow down like it was going to pull into a driveway as if it was looking for an address. It never slowed down. It stayed with me all the way to the stop sign, to the end of the block. It never turned. And that was confirmation for me that this van is following me. And Max, it was in the back on the right side, which is exactly where that van was on the main road. So they had a clear view of him, and I had the windows all the way down. And so when I turn left, after this van followed me all the way down the block and never turned into a driveway, I turn left, the van turns left right behind me. I start driving down this road, and I see a guy sitting in the back of a truck on the phone, and for a second I thought to stop, but then I said, if something is about to go down, I don't want him to get hurt. So I drive past him, and the van continues to follow me, and then I slam on my brakes, and then the van does also. So I want to let him know that I know you're following me. And then I start to go, and the van stays. So I go down to the next stop sign, and I turn right. And then the van turns right into a driveway, and it just sits there. And I make another turn, and I was by a school, and there happened to be a cop in the parking lot. So I went over to him. I told him what happened. He followed me home. I didn't see the van. And, I gave him a quick description of it. Now, I believe that the person or people in that van wanted Max. the reason I think that is because here in Fort Lauderdale, dogfighting is a big problem. It was a huge problem in Miami for a long time. And in an attempt to protect the dogs, they banned pit bulls in Miami. A lot of people thought it was because they're vicious, but that's not why they did it. They did it to keep them out of the hands of bad owners because dogfighting was so prolific. But unfortunately, instead of that resolving the issue, it simply moved to my county, a little bit further north. So now dogfighting is a big problem here in Broward, which also leads to a lot of pit bull owners having their dogs stolen. And they're usually stolen for one or two reasons. They're stolen either to be used as fighting dogs or to be used as bait for fighting dogs. And I talked to a friend about it, and I also talked to my husband. I called him when I got home, and I was frantic. I was freaking out, and I was so mad. I was so mad because I have guns, but I don't carry my gun in my car. And I tell you, y'all about to see a whole nother side of me. I'm going to have to put a viewer discretion in this because as I'm talking, I'm getting more upset, and y'all going to see another side of me, you know. And I intentionally do not curse and try to be proper on my channel because I want it available to everyone. You know, with the myasthenia gravis, with the illness, I want anyone to be able to watch my videos. So I try not to curse. And you may hear me slurring a little bit because this situation did flare up my myasthenia gravis. And so I am feeling some fatigue and weakness in my mouth. And when I talked to my husband, he said, well, how do you know they weren't after you or your car? And I said, well, one, my car is not rare, and they could go to any parking lot and find it. And if they wanted to steal it, they're not going to pick a chick that's got two pit bulls in their car. They're going to look for something easy. And I said, that's also why I don't think they were after me. Because they're going to look, if they were the human trafficking, because that's also a big problem. And I've seen the stories saying, you know, for women to pay attention when you're in parking lots, especially like Walmart parking lots. It's been happening a lot. There'll be vans parked in the back and you may be able to see a person in it. And they've been kidnapping women and women with children. And I said, you know, I'm not an easy target. To see a chick with two pit bulls, they're not going to come for me. They're going to go and find a girl who's driving around by herself. And I said, you know, unless it was one of those things where they're going to like follow me home and come back later. But also same thing. I have two pit bulls. That's a deterrent. They're not going to do that. And that's why I believe Max, it was my pit bull that they wanted. Both, if not, they wanted Max for sure. Because he is what is referred to in the dog fighting world as game bred. What that expression means is he was made for it. He was built for it. And Max is 100 pounds. And as you've seen, he has a very, very big head. And that's what they look for. Because when the dogs fight, they grab each other's head, throw each other down, and then go for the neck. And because Max's head is so big, it would take an extremely large dog to have a mouth big enough to get a grip on his head. And also, Max has a very big mouth, which means it's easy for him to get a hold of another dog. So he is what they would call game bred. What's the matter, Max? It's all right, Papa. And so they would have, I think they wanted my baby. And when I thought about the abuse it would take to make Max vicious, it really upset me. It really upset me. But even more than that, what upset me about the situation was whoever it was that was in that van thought I was weak. They thought I was vulnerable. They thought I was easy pickings. No, sweetie. No. I'm a nice girl, but I'm no sucker. I'm no fool, and I stay ready. So after this situation, because the number one reason I don't carry a gun in my car is because I said, if my car is ever stolen, they're going to have a gun too. So, yeah, see, I got my wig on. The reason I put my wig, what do you think? I did it myself today. I think I did okay. You know, hopefully I will get better. I don't think I did too bad. You know, over here I put on too much edging gel, and when I tried to scrape it out, I ended up making baby hair, so I just said, I'll just leave it. So, yeah. So I put on my wig today because I am going to get my concealed carry license so I can carry my firearm with me when I leave the house, because that's not going to happen again. And honestly, if I would have had my gun, once I confirmed that they were following me, I would have pulled over a little bit to give them the opportunity to go around and see what they would have done. And if anything would have went down, I would have had to jump on those fools, because I would have been ready. So, I mean, I know some of you are like, woo, Wendy, I'm telling you, Pimpin', I don't play. I don't play like that. You know, I'm a nice person, but I'm not a sucker. I'm not a pushover. And right now, as I sit here talking to you, this is the spot I normally sit in. And hear me clearly when I tell you, my gun isn't 1 second from my hand right now. Yet it's still covered up. And that's the way I keep it. So if I'm not running. I'm not running. I have another one in my bedroom. So if I'm in my room and something goes down, I'm ready. I'm ready. And because I don't have kids, I don't have to keep them in a gun case. I don't keep them in the holster. And I keep it chambered. My guns are ready to fire. I do not play. I do not play like that. I don't play like that. And I was so irate. I was cursing. I said, I will kill every mother in that van to protect my babies. No ifs, no buts. No if. I am no one's victim. I am no one's victim. So, gonna go and get my concealed carry license today, and take care of that. And you know what I did yesterday? I went to the range. And guess what, y'all? I haven't, you go for practice, but I just wanted to make sure I still had it. And baby, I still got it. I shot 45 rounds. I missed one shot. This is the one that I missed. This is the first target. You see, I put eyes in that mother. I was so mad, y'all. You see the head, y'all? I was so mad. I was so mad. So this is the first one. And then when I, got a little control over myself, then I did this one. So together, it was, my clip is a 15-round clip. So 3 clips, 45 bullets. I missed one shot. Come test. I will kill every one of you. Everyone. And my shots are kill shots. I don't play. The areas I aim for, and as you can see that I hit, is here. This is where I aim. All of this is getting shot up with me. And I'm a rapid fire. When I shoot, I'm not the type that shoots like this. Pow, pow, pow. That's not how I shoot. Those, I empty the clip. It's just literally like this. This is how I shoot. Pow, 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 pow. That's how I shoot. So I'm emptying the clip on you. And the holster that I use carries extra clips. So it's not a situation where I'm going to empty the clip and I'm out of bullets. Nah, baby. 2 seconds, pop, and I'm reloaded. I don't play. I don't play. So I needed to vent about that because I was angry. I'm still angry that someone wanted to hurt my baby. They wanted my baby. I believe that's what they wanted. And it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So yesterday morning when I woke up, I said, you're not a victim, and you're not gonna sit in this house like you're a victim. And even though I didn't really have anything I had to do, I put them in the car and we went for a ride. Because I said, I'm gonna prove to myself, I'm not scared and I'm not a victim. Ain't nobody gonna run me up in my house like the little bit, okay? I'm telling you. Ooh! I know y'all like, ooh, Wendy. Mask. That's okay. It's okay. He can walk down the street. So I just, hey, Penny, come on. Come on. Come on, Mama. Come on, baby. Come, Penny. So, you know, these are my babies. And like Penny, you can see Penny is a pit bull mix. So she's not what they would want to fight. But you know what they would have done with her? She would have been bait. They would have used her. They would have thrown her to a dog solely for that pit bull to kill her and practice on. That's what they would have done to my babies. Not as long as I'm breathing. I'm telling you, not going to happen. I love them. These are my children. And I'll do anything to protect them. And when I was talking to my husband, he was like, calm down, it's okay. Do you need me to leave work? And I was like, no, don't you leave work. I know, punk, I don't need no help. I can take care of myself. He's like, I know, all right, I'm just making sure. But you know, I'll kill them all. I will kill them all. I surely will. I told him, I'm not going to be scared. I'm not. You're going to be scared. And the audacity of you to think that I'm weak and I'm a victim and I'm easy pickings, let me show you. Let me show you what you're dealing with. Let me show you what you're dealing with. All right? I'm not with it. But everything is good. We are all good. We are safe. And today I'm going to get my concealed carry license and pick out another firearm, a smaller one to carry on me when I go out. So I will have 24 protection everywhere. Because, you know, I already have security camera, you know, with a motion sensor, night vision. I got all that, you know. And I live in a nice area, but I'm from Southside Chicago. And I will always have my street smarts will always be on. I will always pay attention to what's going on around me. It's just in me. It's just in me. And I'm so grateful for those instincts, because normally you would have just thought this person was about to miss their turn. But the fact that my subconscious picked up on the fact of how slow they were going and that they were intentionally staying behind me and then jumped over to stay behind me when I was going to turn. I'm grateful for those instincts, you know. But I'm going to go and rest so I can go and take this class later on. And I hope everyone is doing well. Besides that, I'm doing good. And you can see the fact that I can talk through this flooring, I can push through it, is a testament to my system. That I am getting better, even though I had this incident take place 2 days ago. All right? So I'm going to go and rest. And we are doing wonderful. And I'll talk to you soon. Be well. Mwah.